Shalom, shalom. Early plantation life here in Babylon the Great, man. Wish I was home in my bed, but hey, it's what it is. You know, it's all right though. You know, captivity is almost over, man. So look, man, I want to give all the glory and the praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Shalom, Labakaryam, Shaol Yasharala. Double honors to my teachers, the head apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you sincere brothers and sisters. So what I want to touch on is the Apocrypha, okay? And I'm going to try to make this one a brief one because I'm at plantation. But through the Spirit, I'm going to touch on a couple of precepts proving, that the Apocrypha is part of the Holy Scriptures. And now we brothers that's in the know, you got the eye salve. We understand. We know 100%. It's part of the Holy Scriptures, okay? Now, Esau Edom, he removed the Apocrypha, It wasn't called the Apocrypha. It was part of the Holy Scriptures, man. It was part of the story of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that he given down, to the prophets and the seers and the scribes to inspirationally write down. But it was too much information, powerful information, goes into the Hellenistic period as well when you read in Maccabees, goes into the story of Nineveh, you read the story of Tobit. It goes into the circular history of Alexander the Great, his generals, Antiochus Epiphanes. It goes into the downfall of Esau Edom, showing that Jacob is the new ruler of the world that's coming. So these men, as the scriptures say, Esau Edom, the wicked, have done a diligent search. And they have done that with lies. Everything that revolves around this man, this devil, revolves with lies. And he have taken away from the scriptures and he has added to the scriptures with false ideologies and, So the Lord is going to destroy this devil, man. Scriptures talks about, if you add or you take away from the scriptures, the Lord will add the plagues that's in this book, and those plagues are horrendous. And this is why there's going to be so much pestilence and these ailments and these new diseases that's going to come upon, spiritually Egypt, that's Babylon, the great America, and it's just the beginning. But the Apocrypha is part of the Holy Scriptures. Now, this image you see right here, Salakia. Okay, this image you see right here, okay, as you can see the years and you see the different Bible versions. Now what you see is the King James Version, 1611, which is the one that we read, because it's the most to the most knowledge accurate. Now, as you see up at the top, the first Bible was called the Wycliffe Bible, all right? 1382. See the year? The Apocrypha was part of the Wycliffe Bible. Even before 1611, you had these Bibles that included the Apocrypha because the Apocrypha was part of the scrolls. The Apocrypha was part of the scrolls, part of the Holy Scriptures. Matter of fact, the Septuagint, 285 BC, okay? As you know, the Septuagint is the Greek translation of the Hebrew Scriptures. So the Apocrypha was part of the Septuagint long ago before these Bibles and these versions were published and printed. So all these Bibles that you see right here, and you can do your own research, the Coverdale, the Great Bible, the Geneva, the Bishop, the Durames, the Zurich Bible, the King James, the French, the German Luther, the Spanish Reina Bible, the Reina Valera. They all included all included the Apocrypha, showing you, even the Septuagint at the year 285 BC, showing you that it was part of the Holy Scriptures. All right? Now, I'm not going to go all into details. If you want to do your own research, there's a group that was called the Bible Destruction Group. They were the ones that created this confusion by taking away, the Apocrypha from the Scriptures and created this confusion. Okay? And this is Esau, Edom. This is the nature of this devil. He's here to stir up confusion. All right? And I'm going to prove through the Scriptures, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, that the Apocrypha is the Holy Scriptures. When you go apo means sent, crypt means hidden. So, they took the Scriptures, the Holy Scriptures, 14 books, and hid it away, man. Same way with apostle. Apostle, apo means sent. We sent away, man, with your prophets. Now, we're going to go into the Scriptures. When you go to 2 Maccabees, chapter 12, when you read verse 43, now when you read this whole chapter, it goes into Judas Maccabees, defeating and going into war with certain men and their armies and defeating them. And verse 43 goes into him. Now let's just read it. Second Maccabees 12 and 43. And when he had made a gathering throughout the company to the sum of 2,000 drachms of silver, he sent it to Jerusalem to offer a sin offering, doing therein very well and honestly, and that he was mindful of the resurrection. All right? What are drachms? Let's look at what are drachms. Drachm was money. It was silver coins. It was an ancient silver coin during the Hellenistic period. Okay, when you go into the images, these are drachms coins. All right. Okay, and what Judas Maccabees did, he sent to Jerusalem 2,000 drachms for a sin offering. All right, which was part of the law. He was obeying the law based on sin offering when it comes to money. And we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it through the Scriptures, man. Let's get Exodus 30. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 30. Okay? All right? The altar of incense. Okay? The atonement money. Okay? This is 11. Exodus 30 and 11. And the Lord Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, when thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto Yahweh. When thou numberest them, right? Hold on. Okay, we're going to read down to 16. When thou numberest them, that there be no plague among them, when thou numberest them. This they shall give everyone that passeth among them that are numbered half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary. A shekel is 20 gerah. A half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. See? Everyone that passes among them that are numbered from 20 years old and above shall give an offering unto the Lord Yahweh. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than half a shekel. When they give an offering unto Yahweh to make an atonement for your souls. See, that's the sin offering. We go into the law. The priests, they gave a sin offering for the atonement of Israel. That's why we got the Day of Atonement. We reverse the righteous acts because these are the shadow of things to come. showing you that we're going to keep the feast days, we're going to keep the holy days, the Passover. Okay? What are the shadow things to come? The scripture tells you that in the book of Colossians. Why? Because in the kingdom we're going to obey these days. Okay? And thou should take the atonement money, see, of the children of Israel, and shall appoint it for the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, that it may be a memorial unto the children of Israel before the Lord Yahweh, to make an atonement for your souls. All right? So when we go back to 2 Maccabees, which is part of the Holy Scriptures, and we go into verse 43 again. It says, and when he had made a gathering throughout the company to the sum of 2,000 drachms of silver, he sent it to Jerusalem to offer a sin offering, which was based on the law. So Judas Maccabees was obeying the law, showing you that they were practicing the laws even during the Hellenistic period. Okay? The Apocrypha is part of the Holy Scriptures. And there's many precepts I can bring up. I'm just bringing a few, just bringing a few. That's it. Okay, let's get 2nd Ezra 1 and 30. Matter of fact, we're going to get Matthew 23 and 37 because Yahweh even quoted off the Apocrypha. Okay, Matthew 23 and 37. Let's read that real quick through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Matthew 23 and 27. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bones and of all uncleanness. Okay, even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. And this was the Lord, cursing out these Pharisees, man. Now, when you jump down to verse 37, it says, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So we see that Yahweh Shai made a quote here where he said he gathered thy children together as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings. All right. When you go to 2nd Ezra, let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 1 and verse 30. It says, I gather you together as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings. But now what should I do unto you? I will cast you out from my face, man. Beautiful, man. So you see, let's go to Tobit 12 and 8 and the Apocrypha. Okay. And the Apocrypha. Let's get Tobit 12 and 8. Prayer is good with fasting and alms and righteousness. A little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness. It is better to give alms than to lay up gold. See? Than to lay up gold. So let's go to Matthew 6 and 19. Okay? All right. Let's see what it says. Matthew 6 and 19, and it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. Isn't that what the Apocrypha just said? Laid up not gold, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor dust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And this is where This is the mindset that you brothers should have. If you claim, and I say this over and over, if you one of those men that claim to believe this report, this testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then you should be laying up your treasures in heaven, in the spirit, all right? We don't care about the treasures and gold and money of this world. This world passeth away, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, this world, the shadow of this world passeth away. We're looking for a new world, a new kingdom, with new heavens, where righteousness would dwell, based on the book of 2 Peter 3:19, man. Okay? You have to believe this report. Matter of fact, let's go into, let me see. Let's go into the blue letter. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 53. I think that's it. That's it. Verse 1, Isaiah 53, verse 1, who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord Yahweh revealed. Okay? Those that believe this report, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is actually going to reveal to you the understanding, man. Okay? And let's go into this word report. Who have believed our report. And this is the Hebrew word.
Strong's H 8052. Shemuah. Shemuah. And second entry.
Okay. And when you go into a report,
Shema'ah.
It goes into
and
news.
Third entry.
See that?
Shema'ah.
Report news.
Shema'ah.
Now this is the gospel. This is the good news for you Israelites, man. There was a time that you were walking in darkness, and the Lord now has revealed to you through his sanctuary, through his light, through the Holy Spirit, through the Spirit of truth. And he has opened your eyes to actually see the good news, man. And you believe the news, good tidings, see? Mention, all right? This is the report, man, all right? Doctrine, look at that. You believe this doctrine. Matter of fact, the Lord said in the book of Proverbs, let's go to the book of Proverbs. What's that, chapter 4? Okay. Hear ye children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. We give all praises to Yahweh, which is our heavenly Father. He's our creator, okay? And we tend to hear him through the Spirit. We will get understanding. What did he say? Verse 2, for I give you good doctrine. See? Forsake ye not my law. See? For I give you good doctrine. All right? So when you go back into that report, it goes back to the doctrine, man. It goes back to this report, the good news. All right? So if you brothers out there that claim this report, you claim to believe this report, you claim to believe this doctrine, man. Okay? Which is one doctrine. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right? You can't get around it. Okay? Now, I'm going to go into a little interesting part right here. Now, when you read in the scriptures of Tobit, a lot of people try to say that it's part of witchcraft, there's magic, because, you go into the story of Tobit with the demons, and he told them to take the gall off the fish and, take the liver and the heart and make this. No, we're going to show you that that's not magic, okay? Okay? We're going to show you that, all right? Let's go to, let me see, all right. Let me see where I should start real quick. Okay, let me see, all right. Tobit 6, let's go to 4 and 7, and we're going to jump around. Let's go to the book of Tobit 6. Let's go to the book of Tobit. Hang with me, brothers. Hang with me. Walk with me, man. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 6. I'm going to read verse 4. To whom the angel said, open the fish. All right, the angel is giving him an instructions. All right. Open the fish, right? And take the heart and the liver and the gall and put them up safely. So the young man did as the angel commanded him. And when they had roasted the fish, they eat it. Then they both went on their way till they drew near to Ecbatana. Then the young man said to the angel, Brother Azarias, to what use is the heart and the liver and the gall of the fish? And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or an evil spirit trouble any, we must make a smoke thereof before the man or the woman, and the parties should be no more vexed. As for the gall, it is good to anoint a man that have whiteness in his eyes, and he shall be healed. Now, when you go into the whiteness of the eye, you have something called glaucoma. A lot of people have that. That's an ailment of the eyes. It can actually cause blindness. It affects your vision. All right. Now we encourage that. Let's jump down to 16 and 17. Okay. And when thou shalt come into the marriage chamber, thou shalt take the ashes of perfume and shall lay upon them some of the heart and the liver of the fish, and shall make a smoke with it. And the devil shall smell it and flee away and never come again any more. But when thou shalt come to her, rise up both of you, and pray to Yahweh, which is merciful, who will have pity on you and save you. Fear not, for she is appointed unto thee from the beginning. Ooh, showing you, this goes into the account of this woman, when she got married, all her husbands, the demons was killing them, but it was all through the spirit because Tobias, it was set, that was his lot to have this woman for himself. This was his wife, even from the beginning, showing you that the Lord direct our steps. We have to, it's already preordained. And thou shalt preserve her, and she shall go with thee. Moreover, I suppose that she shall bear thee children. Now when Tobias had heard these things, he loved her, and his heart was effectually joined to her. Okay? So through the Spirit, they were making a perfume, to offer a perfume out of the fish. This was part of the instructions. This was part of the gall, the liver, and all of that, And a lot of people that don't have the spirit of truth with them, they'll read this and think like, man, what is this? Some type of witchcraft? They taking fish and doing all this, but that goes back to the law. We're going to go to Exodus 30 and 37. Let's go to Exodus 30 and 37. Okay? Showing you that the Apocrypha is part of the Holy Scriptures, because even the angel was telling Tobias, let's go. Exodus 30 and 37. See, let's read. And as for the perfume, see, which thou shalt make, ye shall not make to yourselves according to the compensation thereof. It shall be unto thee holy for the Lord. Whosoever shall make like unto that, to smell thereto, shall even be cut off from his people. So when you go into this, Moses, Aaron is given instructions how to make a perfume for an offering. All right, verse 34 says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, take unto these sweet spices, stacte, anakaya, gabonom, sweet spices, pure frankincense, of each should there be like weight, and thou shalt make it a perfume, a confection at the art of apothecary. Okay? Tempered together, pure and holy. So this is that perfume. Same thing that Tobias was doing, that the angel was telling him to do. So it was a sacrifice, an offering, of perfume. All right, let's go to Tobit 8. All right, let's go to Tobit 8. Let's go to the book of Tobit. I'm all over the place. This is Tobit 8. Okay. And when they had supped, they brought Tobias in unto her. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael and took the ashes of the perfume, which is based on the law. We read it in Exodus 30, that even Moses and Aaron, the priests, they made the same perfume, you know what I'm saying, and put the heart and the liver of the fish thereupon, and made a smoke thereof. The which smell, when the evil spirit have smelled, he fled into the outermost parts of Egypt, and the angel bound him, showing you that the righteous angels are more powerful than the left-hand angels, okay? Because righteousness always overpowers evil, man. I mean, the left-hand angels, they have power because they have to do what they have to do, man. These demons, you know, they're just doing the work of the Lord, okay? But to show you that even when you light up them, you know, you light up your frankincense and myrrh, the incense home at your crib, when you out in the highways and byways, when you light up your sage, you know, that's a savory smoke. That's a perfume these spirits don't like, man. You know, and it's good to anoint and pray over your house when you light up these incense, man, because these demons don't like that, man. But it goes back to the law, and after that, they were both shut in together. Tobias rose out of the bed and said, "Sister, arise, let us pray that Yahweh will have pity on us." And that's the spirit we are supposed to be on a daily basis, to ask the Lord to have pity on us, man. Okay? Let's go to Exodus 29 and 13. You know, I forgot to bring this out, man, but I will bring it out. Okay, Exodus 29. As we read here, the consecration of Aaron and his sons. Let's read verse 13. "And thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards." And what's the inwards? Of a calf, the liver, the heart, and all that, right? "And the caul that is above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar." See? So even the insides of the calf, when you were doing the priests in the Old Testament, you know, when you're doing a sin offering or a cleansing of any sort of offering to the Lord, a lot of time they would take the insides, you know, of the sheep or the calf, and they will burn it. You know, they will burn it. You know, it's a savory perfume. It's a smoke. The Lord at that time, you know, this is what he requested. Even Solomon, when you read the story of Solomon, thousands upon thousands of sheeps, you know, and lambs he offered to the Lord. Okay? But the flesh of the bullock and his skin and his dung should thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Okay? And that's part of the law. So, you know, when you read this book of the Tobias, where the angel Raphael was giving them instructions on how to open the fish, take the liver, take the gall, it was to make a perfume, a smoke, you know, to give an offering to rebuke these demons, man. And also to ask for pity, to ask for mercy from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Okay? It's just beautiful, man. All right? Now let's go to Tobit 11. The book of Tobit 11. And book of Tobit 11. And we read 7 and 9. "Then said Raphael, I know, Tobias, that thy father will open his eyes. Therefore anoint thou his eyes with the gall." See, that's part of the gall, remember. All right? The whiteness. Remember, it was good for the whiteness of the eyes, glaucoma. All right? "Therefore anoint thou his eyes with the gall, and being pricked therewith, he shall rub, and the whiteness shall fall away, and he shall see thee." Okay? All right? And this is beautiful, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. "Then Anna ran forth and fell upon the neck of her son and said unto him, Seeing I have seen thee, my son, from henceforth I am content to die. And they wept both." All right? And that was part of the gall. Okay? And it goes, now, let's go to John Okay, 9, 5, and 7. Let's go to the book of John in the New Testament, chapter 5 and verse 7. I think that's it. Let me see. Yeah. All right. And this is when Yahweh shall heal the man. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Okay? When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay, and said unto him, Go wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by interpretation sent. He went his way thereof, and washed, and came seeing. And Yahweh shall heal the man. Okay? Heal the man of his blindness. All right? So, at the end of the day, it's more, but the Apocrypha is part of the Holy Scriptures. These devils, from the beginning, they have just stirred up lies from the beginning. We have a lot of history in the Apocrypha. There's history of the Hellenistic period, how we were forced, by the Greeks and Antiochus Epiphanes, not to obey the laws, the Sabbaths, not to circumcise our children, and this went on for hundreds of years, over 200 years. That when we go into the Roman era, that's why it's called the Greco/Roman era. A lot of Jews, a lot of Hebrews, somewhat were living like Gentiles. They still carry the traditions of being Greeks. You can read that story all over the Apocrypha. This is how we lost our way somewhat. You had the Grecians, you had the Greeks. When you read in the book of Acts, chapter 6 and on 16 and 7, it talks about the Greeks and the Grecians. Those were Israelites, man, that lost their way. They were still living, as Gentiles. They were Hellenized, all right? So there's a lot of story, there's a lot of information that the Apocrypha has as part of the Holy Scriptures. It was always part of the Holy Scriptures, okay? It was part of the Septuagint, all right? It's always been part of it. So let me drink my coffee. So all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakakadash. It's just a little information. Yahweh Ratazah, you brothers and sisters were edified through the Spirit. I hope you was edified. And all praises and all the glory goes to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakakadash, Shalom, Labakarium, Shah Yasharala, Shalom.